We wanted to do a very short, and I will be even shorter than expected, a very short catch-up on what happened, because it's not the first time that this Funds for Change selection is happening. So what happened? What have they become over the last 2 years? The 2022 and 2023 finalists, what have they become? How did they raise the money they wanted? Did they recruit the people they wanted? Did they invest how expected? And so this is a kind of a status update. I will make it extra short, and we will leave you the opportunity to flash a QR code to receive the detailed presentation. So I will go briefly on to some specific slides. So here you have the 22 and 23 finalists. I wanted to focus on the key achievements since 2022, which means a year and a half, because it was in May 2022, nearly 2 years. More than €1 billion raised. It's kind of impressive. More than 90% investment made. And the capital deployed as well is very significant. Impact funds do a lot to bring awareness to the field, and they do that by participating in awards. They're recognized for their field work, for their breakthrough work, and so this is a selection of the awards that these finalists have received. And for the 2023, which was only last May, nearly €400 million raised, and I know there are some of them who are still not disclosing the numbers, but they have closed more than that. So very happy for them. A very short focus on the teams. Adeline earlier said that, and Charlotte said that it was very important to take a look at the team and the credentials, and we're more than happy to report that these teams for the 2022 finalists were nearly 50-50, 43% of women in the team in average, and totaling 21 women partners. Those of you who know me know that I'm a very active feminist, and it's an important thing to recognize the very specific efforts that impact funds do to promote and pay equally everybody in their teams, partners alike. Okay, 2023 finalists, lots of recruitment as well. Everything's going smoothly. Last thing. Honestly, the discussion we had earlier with Emmanuel and Joanna about cooperation, do you remember? Saying that no single fund could change the methodologies alone, and that obviously we had to work all together, LPs and GPs. Well, I wanted to do a very short focus on how many of these finalists are in fact ecosystem players and ecosystem makers by design. So I believe there's someone from the 2150 team here, if she wants to stand. I hope she's somewhere, who is a VC impact fund who does a lot on community building, who deploys partnerships together and spread knowledge across their thesis, which is urban ecosystems. And that's very commendable because it's a fund which was created only in 2021. The second one, Citizen Capital. It's one of the pioneers in the impact investment space in Europe, and they keep on exploring and pushing the boundaries of innovative topics, opening the books for the other players, for the LPs, educating the market, whether the social impact contracts, fair transition, and agriculture and land financing. Oryx Impact, that's for Africa. It's a very important topic that African private equity firms, African VC firms in impact do not depend only on public money. And so the work of this fund of funds is also, as early as in the due diligence stage, to start building capacity for the VC impact funds to be able to be compatible and fit as early as the very first stages of discussions to be fit for private money. And they build also awareness and advocacy to attract private capital for Africa. Ring Capital, I believe there are some people from Ring Capital, and perhaps there were some people from Oryx, I don't know, somewhere. Please stand. So Ring Capital, she's here. Hello, hello, Servan. Ring Capital, they closed and announced several funds. They're just launching a new vehicle for African VC impact as well. And as an ecosystem player, they set up a coalition called United for Impact because they recognize the importance of regulation in Europe, SFDR feedback and SFDR revision. So they designed and very energized 32 impact funds to work together and speak 37, even better. The last number I had was 32. Congrats, Servan. 37 impact funds to make sure that they spoke from a united voice for the update of the SFDR regulation. Sadgana, who is somewhere around here. Yes, hello, Romain. Sadgana, who's joining me on stage in a couple of minutes. Sadgana, he does a lot behind the scenes and supporting fellow emerging managers. And that's ecosystem players, what ecosystem makers do. They do a lot of international advocacy, and that's part of their mandate. That's what LPs support and appreciate in their action. And so, again, congratulations for that. Last but not least, SVX Mexico, Laura, who is an active community builder in the space of regeneration, and they share with an enormous amount of generosity their experience, their know-how, in the topics of regeneration from their Latin American experience, and they cooperate with researchers to keep pushing in the knowledge. And finally, the people from Massawa who are here, please stand, Sabine and Joshua, who are building, honestly, an innovative space around the awareness on mental health as an impact thesis, but really as a topic that any investor should really closely pay attention to, and not as a small niche, but as a transversal topic. They've been speaking at WEF. They've been literally all around Europe and the US, and building a methodology called Nurture Capital, which they're proofing and testing, prototyping, so that one day more impact VCs and more impact players will know how to nurture the entrepreneurs and the companies alike. And last but not least, also thinking and building about the new ways of deploying steward capital, right? And stewardship is a topic that is very dear to anyone who understands and who likes impact. So thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. Any ecosystem player deserves our respect and our gratitude and appreciation, because they build what will be the plain vanilla of tomorrow. So thank you. Yes. With this little QR code, you will have access to little summary reports for each and every of the 25 finalists that I mentioned. So feel free to flash it, and we will send it to you in a couple of days with the full details of their achievements, information, contact info, obviously, so that you can reach out to them as easily, as smoothly as today. Thank you. Now, we wanted to do something special, which was to have someone from the 2022 finalists do a little. Where is she? Where is Laurence? Oh, here, please. 2022 finalists say words of two of what happened since 2022, and perhaps share what's going on in the future, because Funds for Change is also, a long-standing journey with our GP teams. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Imène. Hello, everyone. When we started Citizen Capital in 2008, so that's 16 years ago, we could not imagine that the impact investing sector would be moving the needle in the whole industry of private equity. And hearing you all today, I think it's happening now. Because if you really want to answer tough challenges, you have no choice but to innovate and find new funding models. So if I step back in 2022, we at the time, Citizen Capital, were investing in, I'd say, seed, Series A, Series B, early growth, companies with big impact potential. And I had the chance to talk at Funds for Change in 2022 on 2 new, totally out-of-the-box funds on agriculture and social impact bonds. The first, Agri-Impact, helps farmers to diversify their activities and revenues, primarily processing and renewable energies. And the second fund, Social Impact Bonds, invests in nonprofits that undertake ambitious programs to foster innovation in public policies. This is a model of preservation of capital. Well, it really helped, because the fact of selecting these really diverse, innovative, worldwide funds helped us, at that time, highlight the fact that traditional VC and PE can find its limits when it comes really to hard problem solving. We need diverse strategies, but we also need different models, I mean business models of funds. We actually managed to successfully raise these 2 funds, so thanks to Fund for Change. What's happened since? Since then, we've noticed 2 or 3 things. Well, first, impact can perform financially. We made successful investments both in social impact and environmental impact. Open Classrooms, Deep Key, Ipsos Santé, some of them were in the Impact 40 yesterday. Second, we all know that environmental transition is a huge technological, industrial, financial challenge, but it's documented. We know where we should allocate capital. What we don't know is what will be the social impact of this transition. There will be no transition if people feel that this tremendous change is leaving them on the side, or is not accessible for them, or is increasing inequalities. And that's what we're starting to see with angry farmers in Europe and before the Gilets jaunes. So transition is also a social challenge, and that's the fund we're starting to raise, dedicated to early stage projects that support fair transition. And we wish, well, we wish to come back and talk more, if we're not fully allocated, about these funds that will be on fundamental needs. Thank you.